about KirbyKid's chances here. Oh my god, I love this. This is gorgeous.
This is beautiful.
Yeah. The thing that and look at his bracket path. He had to fight Donkey Kong and Incineroar and K. Rool. He's just got a mess of heavies, in the way. Meanwhile, KirbyKid, Jesus, had to play all kinds of characters on his way here.
After Meister had to take out Steve, Mega Man into a duck hunt, like all of the zoner bracket where you'd expect, hey, this guy struggles a little bit, but again, no stranger to adversity. He is ready.
Part of me wonders if Rob is, because like, Steve is wacky for both players. Steve has all kinds of creative setups and combos and like weird stuff he could do. Rob is just better, in a lot of circumstances. He doesn't have to do anything crazy. He doesn't have to be especially creative. Rob just kind of out-ultimates you, right?
Rob has moves that work.
Yeah, and I wonder how K. Rool's going to do against that. Okay, that should not have happened.
That should not happen. But that is, I noticed from the very start, Atomic's interactions against the Crown, you can see that maybe he's not as familiar with K. Rool, and who can blame him? Because this character saw play week 1 of Ultimate, and then,
no
that's
way! Had the armor on the forward air. You don't see that very often, like where somebody hits the move and you still get stuffed out by the down air. Usually it's one or the other, but jeez.
Yeah, this is going to be Atomic adjusting to some of the wackiness that K. Rool has access to. The returning of the Crown, dealing with the cannonball speeds, dealing with the armor, trying to rotor so that he has a reflector. You can tell that he's figuring stuff out on the fly.
Yeah.
Because my first thought is, it's going to come back to me. I'll use my reflector as a hitbox, double duty, right?
I'm getting vibes of like a gimmick Dark Souls boss.
Yes.
And like Atomic is figuring it out, and if he dies, he's gonna come back and have to keep trying stuff.
Yeah.
And then once he there's gonna be one answer in neutral, he's like, oh,
I get it now.
I have to do this. Okay, fine.
What?
But he only gets a couple games to do it.
Okay, that was perfect by KirbyKid. Atomic waited the perfect amount of time where normally an aerial won't have time to come out so that he can toss out that free mix. But KirbyKid doesn't need an aerial. He had a reflector. And a counter. It doubles his bow.
Yeah.
Man.
Just so scary. He's going to get rid of that gyro, but gets it right back. And jeez, he's just parrying everything. Atomic throws at him. In a similar vein, we were talking about how Atomic has to learn this on the fly. KirbyKid probably has fought
many Rob.
Yeah, 6 Robs a weekend for the past, 3 years. I mean, Rob just such a common character, especially at the top level. So KirbyKid has got to be comfortable here.
Absolutely. Setting up the late cannonball pressure so that he can maybe even knock into it. If he is
nice.
Oh, okay, there we get the back throw. Reset off stage. You do have the armor, but you can always go down. One of few characters that can consistently contest that K. Rool recovery is those burners from Rob.
Yeah, Atomic really starting to put it together. Maybe a little bit too aggressive there with that back air, but still not losing that stock. But that's what we were talking about. Rob just kind of out-ultimate to you, and we saw it in the middle of that stock where he was just able to forward air KirbyKid. KirbyKid had no recourse other than to air dodge throw, and he's so big! Atomic solves the puzzle, wins this game. And he fixed the gimmick.
He fixed it. He figured it out.
He figured out the gimmick faster than we thought. There you go.
Yeah, I feel like towards the end he decided, I actually have to respect this character. At the start, I feel like he was like, I'm just going to rob and outdo this K. Rool.
Right.
Towards the end, I think the big moment I want to point out, he got the Nair parried, and then instead of just trying to match something out or not respecting K. Rool having a frame data to do something, spot dodged, and immediately found a punish, got a KO off of that, and then went for the Rob stuff, robbled him off the side, using the gyro. Going into the second game, I wonder if KirbyKid's going to still have more juice, more silly stuff to throw at him.
Oh, no question. Yeah, I think we're, we were talking about how KirbyKid and K. Rool can sometimes feel like a gimmick, right? He feels kind of silly. Yeah. It is no shot on KirbyKid, who's one of the most talented players, in this tournament today. The issue is he is using a character that can be kind of one note sometimes, but KirbyKid has shown us his level of creativity, the fact that he could just bully you off on the side like that. KirbyKid's a phenomenal player. We'll see if he can put it together here in this next game.
Again, using the armor of the Crown. Nair is so incredibly safe. Goes for the double!
Oh my god!
Why did that not spike?
That was gorgeous. He almost had it, but the spike just didn't happen.
One of the sickest almost clips I have seen
I've never seen a back air and then a reverse back air. Like, he turned it the other way. That was gorgeous.
Toss up the gyro, give himself a little bit. He's waiting for the gyro to come back down, but he waited a little bit. Getting a little bit too cute, I think. Maybe he just had an opportunity to set up a ledge trap. Oh, that's a yoinker. He is gone. Atomic last stock.
I think you could, when you're playing with house money at that point, when you're this far ahead, and you know that your opponent's afraid, you could do it. But you're right, it felt a little too, you know, he's feeling himself a lot. Let's just say that. And
can you blame him?
He's
going. Honestly, at this point, play for the clip, because if you did lose that game, feel a little bit bad about it, you can get into your opponent's head.
Definitely.
Going for clips game 2, and then suddenly the set's over from there. Atomic is, oh my goodness. He's a bit of a downloader, but it is really difficult to download when KirbyKid threw out entirely new options that whole time. We barely saw that back air as a threat in the first game. And he's completely shifted his game plan. He started to do a little bit more boxing and started to pull out a little bit more of the stuff that he thought maybe isn't even going to try to work. But like the cannonballs in the corner, didn't see a lot of that in game 1.
Yeah, minute 40 on that one. A pure 100 seconds of gameplay. Just all KirbyKid all the way through. Now we're into game 3. And I'm wondering how many Game 5s we're going to see. Because, like, you know, obviously the Lima Nico set with the Game 4. But I feel like we're reaching a point in the Ultimate. And I don't know if you feel this way. Where, like, I'm seeing so many Game 5s.
Yeah. The thing is, the players are so good at making these minute adjustments that let them do the Ultimate stuff. Where they just take stocks and then run with that for the whole game.
Sure.
So really the first interactions become that much more important.
First stock is so important.
Exactly.
Too,
And now we're seeing Atomic off to a hot start with it. But gets that armor through. Kirby, he almost ran right into that too. KirbyKid starting to mount an answer back. Using that armor where he needs to, sitting just between the gyro and the crown, kind of fainting, making Atomic have to choose.
It has the crown here. Hasn't really quite figured out how the armor works. You know, you can get that free damage, but you can also get punished for it. Has the gyro now.
Yeah,
I think a lot more respect being paid here.
I'm shook that he's not just going for grabs at this point, right? Because if you know they have armor, maybe go for the grab, back throw, or use the grab armor to get through the crown. But maybe just doesn't want to risk messing up the timing and ruining everything.
Ah, look at that. Yeah, tried to land right in front of him. KirbyKid actually went for the grab on that. Ah, there it was.
Jabs out, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, you do have to be mindful of the end lag. And I think KirbyKid not really showing his hand with the jabs before because of the distance that Atomic was playing at. Doing a good job of concealing a little bit. He's a magician. Ooh, not what he wanted there. Ends up getting himself in a really ugly spot for KirbyKid to get the grab up throw on the platform. The kind of thing that, again, you forget about until you get hit by it, and you're like, oh, yeah.
Right. Especially under the platform, or, you know, on top of the platform. It's going to extend that a little bit. You always expect a down throw from K-Roll to get put in that 50-50, but not that time. And like we were talking about, a lot more respect being played. I mean, at this point, last game, it was over. This game was done at this time before, but now still 2 stocks apiece. Might be slowing it down quite a bit.
Both playing rather even, and KirbyKid doing such a good job of using all the space that Atomic is giving him. I feel like every time he throws out the crown, it's a win neutral for free. It really shouldn't be, right? That crown is not that solid of a move, but the way that Atomic has been giving it that much respect, giving Kirby so much play.
It's not giving him the crown now. See him try to counter that. Eventually he is going to end up back in his head. Weird, I
don't know why it didn't go anywhere. I wonder if that's just like the architecture on Pokemon Stadium making it stay.
It looked like it reflected what it was like on the ground rather than in the air, like in the last frame or something. I don't know, but regardless, 14 to 84, still getting hit by these projectiles. You really shouldn't be.
I think just not recognizing, oh, I hit the projectile. That means its hitbox is off, right? Wrong. It comes right back at you. Okay. I love to see that, recognizing the down tilt would send too far. Oh, and we're catching the bear, catching KirbyKid stuck in the corner.
And this is where you really have to extend your lead. KirbyKid has been so good at getting rid of the stock immediately after losing one. You need to get more damage on K-Rool to set yourself up for this final stock.
Watch out for the up air, and he is. That parry has been so consistent, though. Atomic's been going for these nairs at positions where we saw it from Zombo, we're seeing it from KirbyKid. These parries are just 100%. Up tilt is absolutely sending out.
You knew he was setting up for it because he was going to land, whether it was with an aerial or not, he was going to have to land near him. Very easy pickup. There's the rotor.
No way,
I think he's okay.
Yeah, that's King K-Rool. He's a hefty boy.
Huh?
What? Maybe he just didn't have a jump and didn't have the distance. I feel like if he got caught out of a jump, K-Rool has a very, like, extremely vertical recovery.
Right.
So maybe wouldn't be able to get all the way back and wanted to drift a little bit far.
That
That was wacky.
That should not have happened.
No.
We can like make excuses for it. We could be like, oh well, maybe that
He
just
should
not.
that
Yeah,
back.
There's no way he shouldn't have made that back.
At least
maybe
make him try for it. Like
yeah, because he did on the left side. He did an up air, and that up air has a lot of lag, right? Maybe he was doing it to stall a little bit, but you know, I thought he would still be able to use that up B. Kind of weird there at the end, but. I don't know. We'll see if he can pull it together. Atomic starting to peel away in that last game.
Ooh, there we go. KirbyKid kind of hiding the intentions, but Atomic still making it through the down air pressure. But oh my goodness, KirbyKid starting off hot once again, setting up the pressure with the item play at the ledge, and then that back air comes through.
He's so scary. He
really is a magician, the way he says, oh, look at this, I'm over here, and then suddenly the move you didn't remember existed in the kit comes out.
There's a lot of sleight of hand. You can, and I think, frankly, that's kind of how a lot of, kind of lower tier players operate, because it's like they have some really strong tools attached to characters with just poor frame data or bad, sort of attributes. But we see KirbyKid just finding a way to make it work here.
I think the necessity,
oh
really,
my God,
it just breathes so much creativity there, because when you're playing a character like Rob, you can just nair on landing 6 times and it'll work eventually.
Oh my goodness.
But KirbyKid has to think of new setups, new tricks every time to get this character to function a lot of the time, and he is functioning so incredibly well right now.
He is functioning. You could see it, and again, this is a blowout. Okay, yeah, I don't know if he. Okay, I think he just flew away.
He literally flew off of the screen and said, "I do not want to give KirbyKid even more momentum."
A minute and 20 seconds on that game. So every game that KirbyKid wins is a blow up.
It's either fast or Atomic wins.
Right.
that's what we're seeing here.
But that's what Kimona and I got to commentate yesterday. It was KirbyKid against Yanni. And KirbyKid, like you were saying, being that magician, keeping things in his kind of hidden away and obscured, he held on to the counter on Minecart until the last stock of the set. And then he popped it, and Yanni died at 30 and then made a funny face in the player cam. He was astonished. And it's like, KirbyKid just has these things that he could do that he pulls out when you least expect them. And they're things that we've seen before. The crown return hitbox into up smash.
Yeah.
Who hasn't seen that? We've seen it a million times.
But
game 4 of a set, hitting it for the first time, oh yeah.
Like he saw earlier, oh yeah, crown comeback can combo at early percents, but you don't think about, oh, that's his kill confirm.
Exactly.
I have to play around that. And
you think you're going to take like 20-30 or something, not die.
Now, game 5, like you mentioned, later into Ultimate's lifespan, we're seeing a lot more of it, and these first stocks are coming so much into play. This is the Rob place to be on Town and City. You get these crazy early KOs off the side, and a lot of K-roll stuff I feel like has not been that.
No, not at all. He's killing him a lot vertically. He's getting him with up airs,
or spikes
up throw. Yeah, spikes. It's up or down. It's not left or right. So I think that this is going to bode very well for him. But also note that this is the first time we've changed stage at all. It's been all PS2 otherwise. So really trying to use this counter pick to his advantage in the final game.
And this crown once again has been everything for KirbyKid. Just, it is the gyro be gone. It's the laser away.
It does it all.
Oh, okay, just too high to air, but KirbyKid has just been positionally keeping Atomic locked in the corner a bit too much. No respect on Atomic smash there. And again, we see consistently he goes for that down air and then immediately pressuring afterwards. You're not out of jail free after the down air misses because it has such little lag. KirbyKid setting up the Oki off of it and getting that stock. Oh, the reflector big! But because it hit K-roll, it took him out of the arm rotor that could have been the stock.
It's just unfamiliarity. Like, you want to go for it. You know it's the right idea to do, but he has armor. He always has armor.
Wow, he mashed out and flew so high. I'm shook that the up tilt didn't connect.
94 here. And Atomic paying him a lot of respect.
What
was that? He fell all the way to the ground, didn't A-land, didn't do anything, just landed on the ground. Why did he do that?
Rob
what did he
shadow nerfed into the last match as well with the up smash just not doing anything. Here we go. KirbyKid now has Atomic on tournament stock. 3 stocks to 1.
Okay, finally the upset. Another patch. Another patch came through. Finally, that one's gonna land.
The team works so fast. Really have to
Hot
shout out
fixing
Nintendo.
between stocks. Sakurai works so hard. And a forward air. Good lord. JV3 stock just burned through that game.
And
what happened?
That means to KirbyKid, Louisiana now with their rep in top 8 looking so incredibly solid. Kirby Dad here on the stage for him. That was such a strong win. KirbyKid, his losses in that set, hard fought down to the wire, and his wins emphatic and over the top.
Cartoonish.
Yeah.
Almost. It's like the matches that Atomic are winning were like historical dramas. These very long war of attrition, you know, kind of takes a long time, or maybe a big comeback. The games that KirbyKid are winning are 6-minute Looney Tune shorts.
Yes.
It's like Bugs Bunny defeats Elmer Fudd. Like he's fooling the hunter.
It's
you know
slapstick.
what I mean? Yeah, exactly. It's silly.